Okay, hi, I'm Gina Shigoda. This is my CRE number 7. We're gonna start with the questions really quickly. I think I have a photo. Yeah, so I, my friend Tony said that he was a 19-year-old who's been in prison for 21-year-old and 19 for prison for, you know what I'm trying to say. So I'm not gonna be 20 because I mean I've been in my life been in prison my whole life. So I'm gonna say I'm a 50-year-old woman who has a twin sister who committed tax fraud and robbed a bank at gunpoint, killed 2 people, and since she's smart enough to do all that, she also switched our social security number, so I am not supposed to be in jail, she is. We're identical, same DNA. Like, that's the story. 1 second, I gotta get the questions up. My laptop's not loading. So how have my inequalities in our criminal justice system impacted you? I'm not actually a twin, but like, as a twin, there's something I can do to really prove my innocence. And also, like, I'm a young white woman, so I feel like they're like the inequalities I would face are like, oh, like she's manipulative, like she's, you know, like just kind of the stereotypes of like women wanting money, etc., something silly like that. How has your wrongful imprisonment may have affected my family? So I'm actually not married, but it's kind of torn my family apart because half of my family's taken my sister's side, half the family's taken my side, and it's estranged our family a lot. I won't ever see my family. They won't come visit me because they kind of disowned me and my sister. So it just really hurts knowing that I'm here alone and I'm gonna die alone. And then how can find the good? I think while I've been in prison, I've just been knowing my own truth of like, hey, like I didn't do this. I didn't kill 3 people at a bank. I didn't rob money. Like everything I've done has always been for myself, by myself, and like truly like I'm like straight-minded. Like I was a good citizen. So I know that me dying will be a tragedy to those that I love, but like I just keep a steady mind and I'm like, I'm okay. Like, I'm not gonna be pained. And hopefully, like, after my death, it comes out that I didn't actually do any of this and the justice system can change. And so it's kind of not like looking at myself now, because, like, right now, if you look at it, it's horrible. But, like, in a few years, hopefully the right thing is done and, like, I can be a statistic of, like, she was wrongly killed. Hey, we're not playing with the curtain. And then what might you want other people to know about death penalty that might change yours? Just, like, obviously, I've been in here for 20 years. I've lost weight. I've become depressed. And, like, the only thing that really keeps me going mentally before going insane is the fact that I know that I didn't do it. But I feel like people who sit here for years knowing that they actually did something wrong, like, I feel like that's enough punishment for them because they're just sitting there, like, in pain and agony, having to sit on their life decisions. And I feel like that's bad enough. And, like, on top of that, you just die without doing anything. So I feel like we just really have to relook at the justice system. So for the question part of this, Ashlyn, who the interview was done, my roommate, the girl, said that she was wrongfully murdering her brother. She had the kind of like the same response with like, oh, like my family is estranged, like they don't know whose side to take. What else? She just said like because prison guards and stuff, like they just treat you poorly because you know you're gonna die. I've never really thought about that, so I thought that was pretty cool. And then for Tony, he said that he's married with 3 kids. I don't know what he was on, but it was really funny. It was a good interview. But pretty much just like same thing where it's like it's hard on your family. For his it was different because he was like married with kids, but he like barely gets to see his kids and like they have to grow up without a family. So I think that's like a really good thing to think about. Like even though this person has done something wrong, like they're still a father, they still have people that love them. And then he said like he's Catholic, so like he lived a good life, he's wrongfully accused, so like kind of similar track of mind of like looking over at the big picture, not just at specifics. I think that's really good. And then for the course medias, there's execution like last week tonight. It talks about like the death penalty and like the inequalities in justice system and like what we should know, which I feel like is like, hey, like they're sitting there, like they're already in pain, like they have to live with this decision, right or wrong, like if they're wrongfully accused or rightfully accused. And like I feel like there's just like poor legal representation and stuff. I'm reading this off my phone, my notes and stuff, so I'm sorry. And then the NRP investigation on death row, it gives actual like people who were on death row, and just like I said, like the mental deterioration of waiting. I've mentioned that a few times, but like just sitting there waiting for 2 decades, like that has to be torturous to you, to know you're just gonna die in the end and like there's nothing you can do. And then a case of life and death, like just the fact that how innocent people end up on death row, like if you're wrongfully accused, like I don't understand how you can get wrongfully accused and then end up on death row. Like that is insane to me. And then I know in class, let me pull up the dates really quickly. I'm sorry. I know today we discussed, I think, death row. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to find this. Yeah. 1 second. I'm gonna make another video.